Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We are 1 week removed from the Coca-Cola 600, and we are still here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. This time, we are here for the All-Star Race. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. The All-Star Race is happening. We've got 90 laps of racing for you here. It's 10 laps less than what we had in the previous season. And also, the format is a little bit different. Here, allow me to show as we're gonna go. As you can see, Cody Lamas alongside Christina Bell is the front row for this race. The starting grid will show as these cars pull off onto the racetrack. But first, we've got to go trackside and get our opening ceremonies for the All-Star Race.
For the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome your Grand Marshal, chef, restaurateur, and host of Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Guy Fieri.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The All-Star Race set to get underway. The field is started. The engines are fired. The pace car rolls off of pit lane. And we are set. 21 cars set to start this race. The starting lineup on the bottom of your screen: Cody Lamas, Christina Bell, Benjamin Miles, the four of Anthony Mercury. That's who it is. It was Fitzwater last year. And so on down the list. These cars had an amazing qualifying session. Almost like group qualifying for these guys. And yes, by the way, for those of you wondering, that was a fancy new starting grid, but that's an all-star race only thing, as we will return back to our previous starting grid in the next couple of races. And as I said, not every race will have a starting grid. Track facts for you here. It's going to be an amazing night under the lights here at Charlotte. The All-Star Open happened during the day, so we're going to have to wait and see how this race is going to come along. Coming through turns number 4 in the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the pace car turns off, and we're getting ready to start the All-Star race for Season 12, getting ready to go in the restart zone. They're in the restart zone. Green flag is out. We're underway. And Christina Bell got a real good jump on the restart. Can she clear Cody Lamas going down the back straightaway? It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Through the corner, turn 3 and 4, we've noticed the outside lane does get the outside lane gets some good advantages. If you notice, as across the line here, the leader at the line was Cody Lamas. Look at the 23 of Benjamin Miles right behind. The outside lane now might prevail. Look at the 77, able to carry more speed through the corner. Now the 77 has cleared the 48. 48 car moves up to the outside lane. The 23 on the inside. Cody Lamas now falls back to the 3rd position. 2nd position now belongs to the 23. Benjamin Miles. A couple of new schemes for some of these drivers tonight, running one-off paint schemes. Oh, the 41 car got a little close to the bumper of the Cody Lamas there. Zorline trying to make the move for 3rd. Remember, the field, the field number of people getting inverted in this race anywhere between 2 and 21. So it doesn't really matter where exactly you finish, because the field's going to be inverted for the start of the next segment. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure these cars will have to make a pit stop or two before the end of this race. Look back up here at the front. Christina Bell leading the way, coming through the back here. Back here, you've got Charles Sanford, who's falling towards the back. He might be banking on a full field inversion that might get him up to the lead. Here we go, 3 wide back here. Got the 8 car who raced his way in via the All-Star Open. In fact, he won the All-Star Open to get into this race, segment number 2, the overall race he won. Up above it, we're going to go find Seth Cole right here. Here he is, last across the line in the 8th position. Seth Cole won segment 1 of the All-Star race, or excuse me, of the All-Star Open to transfer into this race. Meanwhile, up at the front, here look at Nathan Ormond in the 18, a new scheme for him today. Someone who was really close to getting a win in the Coca-Cola 600 was Matthew Rodriguez in the 42. He might have brought the same car with him here, because look at him. He's going for 3rd spot now underneath the 48 of Cody Lamas, and he's bringing the 4 of Anthony Mercury with him. Through turns number 3 and 4. We'll see if anybody can reel in the top 3 cars right now. They're still battling 3 wide back here. Cody Lamas, look at him use the outside lane, trying to get the momentum over the 41 car. The 18 is going to clear the 41, but the 48 car is going to not. He's going to be on the outside of the 18 car going through the corner. Seth Cole back here as well. Seth trying to battle for some spots. The 7 of William Brock back here. He got a couple of wins last season, and those wins carry over to this season for the All-Star race. Now, and then this season's wins will carry over to next season's All-Star race as well. The 41 car going to go to the inside. And Cody Lamas. Cody Lamas' car is definitely not set up right because he is struggling hardcore. Meanwhile, up here at the front, Christina Bell has broken away from the pack. We're going to step aside, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more action in segment 1 of the All-Star Race. Welcome back to the All-Star Race here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. A new driver in second place, that is Matthew Rodriguez. We talked about him before the break, how he was so close to winning the Coca-Cola 600. He only needed a couple of more laps to get on his Trackhouse Racing teammate in the one of Trent Dunham, who went on to win that race. Now, up here in the second position, Matthew Rodriguez trying to slowly creep in on the 77 of Christina Bell. Have about 22 laps to go, or excuse me. Yeah, I was right. About, well, I want to say 12 laps to go. It probably would be 12. No, it wouldn't be. It'd be 22. I was right the first time. 22 laps to go here in the first segment of the All-Star Race. Sorry, I was having a mild stroke trying to figure out math. And look at the 42 car. He is catching that 77. Cars are running all but single file now. Cars are beginning to settle out. Some people trying to make passes among others here, but we're still going to keep an eye out on the 42 car, who is catching that 77 slowly, very slowly. Some of these cars trying to experiment a little bit. Different lines through the corners. These tires beginning to wear out. That time by, it was 0.2 of a second. It's a separation between the 77 and the 42. Through turns 3 and 4 again, 77 able to pull out just a little bit more. Christina got a better run through that turn. We'll see what it is as they cross start-finish line here. It goes back up to, still at 0.2. Still roughly at 0.2. The 77 is the current fastest car on the racetrack. Let's see. Matthew Rodriguez ran a 29.72 that lap. Christina Bell ran a 29.72 as well. So they're roughly tied on lap times here. It's just Matthew Rodriguez just cannot really close that much. We'll see what it is this time as they cross the line, and it was just a little bit more, now up to 0.3 of a second. These cars have got to be close on coming down pit road. No one on pit road yet. Ooh, Christina Bell. Speaking of pit road, Christina Bell might be coming down pit lane. Yes, she is. She is coming down pit road this time by, just as we were talking about it. Going to keep an eye on some other race cars, as these cars tend to get a little wild. Christina Bell, you got the 7 of William Brock and the 1 of Trent Dunham all coming down pit road. That turns the lead over to the 42 of Matthew Rodriguez. Matthew Rodriguez can now really open it up. Now that he's not behind somebody, he's got some fresh air, but we'll see if he comes down pit road this time by. Oh, yep, the 42 is coming down pit road this time by. The 23 car, he's going to come on pit road, but he misses a little too hard. And the 42, and Seth Cole misses pit road. Couple of cars missing pit road there. That's going to be a big-time thing. Caution is out on the speedway. Caution is out. The 17's got some damage, and the 23 is all types of damaged. I've never seen that before. Some of these cars, I guess, made a very last-minute decision to come down pit road. Pace car is coming out now. I'm not sure how this is going to cycle around, but this should be pretty interesting. Look at the 18 car. Nathan Orman's going to be the first off of pit road here. Let's hope that some of these cars aren't going to be trapped a lap down. That's going to be a little awkward there, but I mean, as long as they stay in the race, as long as they stay actually in the race, then they'll have a shot once the field inversion happens. But the 23 of Benjamin Miles and the 24 of Seth Cole, their nights are done. I guess a last-minute call to come down pit road, and it really, really cost them. As the 18 car here we'll see what happens when they come across. We'll see if he cycles around. We're not going to look at the accident because we saw it happen live, so we're going to see here where are they being scored. 18 car is the race leader. Okay, so the 18 car is the race leader. These cars are not one lap down. And so Nathan Orman has the lead. We're going to take another commercial break and be back for the restart. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to segment number 1 of the All-Star Race Budweiser All-Pro Series, Season 12, here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. No points on the line tonight. It's all about the money. Pretty much. After the caution period, your top 10 rundown. Nathan Ormond, Anthony McCurry, Jonathan Zerline, Christina Bell, RJ Bishop, Cody Lamas, Rob Evans, William Brock, Dylan Young, and Zachary Fitzwater. That's your top 10 rundown as these cars get ready to come back to the green flag, and we're going to get a restart with, I believe it's going to be 12 laps to go. So it's going to be a short run between here and the competition caution to end the first stage. Pace car dives in. The field in the hands of the 18. We'll see what happens, what kind of a run people get in the restart zone. Green flag is out. We're underway. We got a couple of Stuart Haas teammates. Second and third right here. We'll see if they can use the drafting help, maybe try to get a run. The 41's going to duck to the inside of the 4, and we're going 3 wide. Christina Bell wants her lead back. They're going to almost put Anthony McCurry in the wall doing it. $11 laps to go in stage 1. Jonathan Zorline takes over second place. The 77 is going to settle for third. Look at that 17. RJ Bishop got involved in the accident, got some side damage. They are able to repair the car, not lose him too many spots on pit road, and now he's in 5th place. Look at the 41, right on the back bumper of the 18, but just got a little too low there. Might have clipped a little bit of the apron, and that's going to lose some momentum. Now look at Christina Bell, 77, back to the inside. Spire Motorsports has brought a couple of good cars here to the All-Star race. And now look at the 77 trying to get back around the 41. '41 car not clear. Neither is the 77. That's got to be bugging them because that's allowing the 18 car to have this slight gap. Still not clear. '41 able to slow down a little bit now. The 77 is clear. 77 is going to come right up in front of the 41. We'll see what kind of run the 41 car gets. And it looks like the 77 is going to be holding second place. Look at the gaggle of cars back here. 3 wide once again towards the middle of the pack. Look at the 41 car. He's trying down low one more time. He's going to try to get back around the 41 car. Or excuse me, the 77. Nathan Ormond, in the meantime, is just loving the action in his mirror right now. He's hitting his marks. He's running his race. He's just trying to win the first stage. Gosh, look at how they're racing back here. 3 wide, close quarters. Dylan Young, we're looking at here. Look at Cody Lamas run the outside lane. Just look at these gaggle of race cars trying to do something. The 48 car, the 8 car slid up just a little bit. It's going to open the door for Charles Sanford in the inside there. Matthew Rodriguez stuck back here. He was the leader coming when that stuff happened, coming down the pit road, and he lost it. He might have got some damage, and they had to repair. 5 laps to go, 4.5 now as the leaders head down the back straightaway. No bonus points on the line, no points, nothing. All about the money. And right now, there's nothing that goes to the winners of the stages. But we forgot to mention this at the beginning. There is a purse on the line, a bounty, if you will. If you were to win all 3 stages in a row, or all 3 stages, obviously you'd win them in a row, you have a shot at winning $10 million. And right now, the 18 is trying to do just that. Trying to win the first stage. Of course, the field inversion will come after this. What's going to happen is you're going to see these cars come down pit road into their pit stalls. They're going to disappear, but that's just how NR works. They're getting a 10-minute break in between the stage to look at and work on their race cars. 3 laps to go, coming to 2 laps to go this time by. The 18's loving that the 77 and 41 are side by side in his mirror. 2 laps to go in stage 1. Look at the lead there. That's got to be almost a second. Almost a second. As it goes through turns 3 and 4 here. The 18 off the corner. Coming down the metaphorical white flag in the air for the final lap of stage number 1. Look at the battle. Look at Cole Deaver. Where did he come from? Cole Deaver up here, Anthony McCurry up here. And as you can see, Nathan Ormond, he's going to come through turns 3 and 4. He's going to see it. As he comes across the line, this is the ending of stage number 1. And the competition caution is out. Competition caution is out. These cars are going to slow down and make their way in to pit road. As they do, we're going to look at our official race results here. This right here is our official race results. Seth Cole and Benjamin Miles are packing it up, and they're going to be heading to the next racetrack, or heading back to the shop if you really think about it. They're going to be heading back to the shop here. Nathan Ormond wins stage number 1, Christina Bell second, and so on down the list. Once these cars get settled in their pit boxes, we will go to the random draw, or the random.org, which you will not see in the background, random.org, and we will find out how many cars will be inverted. And look at this right now. Go to random.org. And I'm going to put a number between 2 and 21, or I should say 2 and 19 cents. The 2 cars are out. To a 19. How many cars are gonna be inverted? 11. 11 cars will be inverted. That means Stephen Pollard in the 52 car, who finished in the 11th position, will now start from the first position. Will now start from the first position in stage number 2. With that being said, we're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back with the start of stage number 2. Welcome back to the All-Star race. We are 2 cars down. The 23, Benjamin Miles and Seth Cole, the 24, have retired officially after their accidents, trying to get on pit road. The top 11 cars have been inverted, giving Stephen Pollard III the pole for segment number 2. The 8 cars, 2nd, 38, 3rd, 10, 4th, Cody Lamas 5th, Trent Dunham in 6th. And, something amiss on the 18 of Nathan Ormond. I'm not sure what's going on with the 18 cars. We're getting ready to take the green flag here. The 18 car is coming down pit road. Stage 1 winner. In the 18 car coming down pit road. Let's see what the possible issue could be on that 18. Okay, well, it says a tire problem on the 18 car has taken him out of the race. So that's another car out of the race. The 18. So I guess no one's going to get that $10 million. That $10 million bounty, as we have 30 laps in this segment. 5 laps less than the previous one. Guess this is anybody's race pretty much at this point. If I'm not mistaken, Stephen Pollard III won the All-Star race back when he was driving the 43 car last season at Atlanta. Now this season, he's driving for Rick Ware Racing, the 3rd car for Rick Ware Racing, and he is leading the All-Star race for the 2nd year in a row. It'd be amazing and an impressive feat if he were to win back-to-back All-Star races. Trey Wright in the 38 car, he has 2nd place. Cody Lamas hopes that he made the right decisions on his car under that brake, and he's gonna try to get around him for 2nd place. But here comes the 8 car, the guy who finished 2nd in the Daytona 500. He's gonna pull it 3 wide, trying to go for 2nd. That's just going to allow Stephen Pollard to pull away as Cody Lamas trying to fight back on the outside. 0.6 of a second gap between the now 2nd place 8 car and the leader. Trent Dunham trying to get a good run underneath him, but he can't do it. The 52 pulling away. Cody Lamas settling in to 4th place. Now here comes our Coca-Cola 600 winner, Trent Dunham, to the inside of the racetrack. He's going to battle for 2nd place. Fastest car on the racetrack, I might add. That one car is now taking 2nd. Hopefully, when people come down pit road this time, they're not going to bottleneck and run. They're not going to bottleneck and run too fast. Hopefully people will understand that. No last minute calls to pit road here. So we'll see if the one can track down that 52 car. Cut the lead down to 0.4 of a second that lap. Trent's really got his car hooked up. But we'll see what he can do. Trent Dunham running a slightly higher line than the 52 car was that time around. Let's see what it is now at the line. It is now down to 0.2 of a second. The 8 car, though, just as close behind the 1 car as... Actually, closer behind the 1 car than the 1 car is behind the 52. 52 able to really pull away that time. 52 car has moved up a groove now. Saw what the 1 car was doing and is trying to capitalize. Gap's definitely increased this time. Let's see, this time it's up to about... Oh, a little bit. It's still 0.2 of a second, but it's just a little bit more. Trent Dunham is still the fastest car on the racetrack as these guys get settled in. These cars have been averaging roughly 9 or 19 laps, 19 to 21 laps on gas. Or fuel, I should say a fuel. Look at the one of Trent. He's right on the back bumper of the 52 car. He got through that corner real good. Let's see if he pulls out to try to pass. Doesn't do it this time, but he stays right on the back bumper. 0.1 of a second. Actually, it's under 0.1 of a second now. We're at 0.09 of a second. And now the 1 car. Trent Dunham trying to make the move underneath the 52. Imagine what it would be like for Trent to win both the Coca-Cola 600 and the All-Star race in consecutive weeks. Trent Dunham takes the lead now. Remember, there is 0 inversions at the end of this race. So where you finish is where you're starting in stage number 3. The final 25 lap segment. Look at the 8 car to the inside. Going for second place. Matthew Rodriguez up here too, Trent's teammate. He's up in 4th place. Through turns 3 and 4. The 52 car running a little bit of a higher line. Trying to see if maybe he could try to reel back in the 1 car. But the 1 pulling away just a little bit. It was 0.5 of a second. The gap is just as at 4 points. Is at 0.47. So roughly 0.4 of a second gap. But we'll see if Trent can keep up the good work here. 52 might be closing in, but that's just kind of how the draft works in this package. This racing package that they're running. And now look at the 42 car going to run a slightly higher line there, trying to get as much momentum as he can, but it might cost him a spot to Cole Deaver in the 3 car, Daytona 500 winner. 0.3 of a second, the lead is now. Trent moves up a groove, trying to get the run off the corner. We'll see if that helps speed things up. Halfway through, when they complete this lap, they will be halfway through. Look at the 8 car just dive underneath the 52. That's going to open the lead back up as they halfway through stage number 2, back up to 0.5 of a second, and they're still side by side behind the 1. The 8 car not clear, but I think he'll get him clear by the end of this corner, and he does. Matthew Rodriguez trying to follow suit, trying to take over the 3rd position. .6 of a second. We'll see now that they're now that they're single file again. We'll see if they can start reeling back in the 1 car. We're drafting together. These cars are approaching pit stops. 0.6 of a second still. Matthew Rodriguez running the higher line. No one's coming down pit road yet. Not that I've seen anyways. Lap 19. We've got 12 laps to go. 12 to go here at Charlotte. These drivers shouldn't need that much gas to get to the end of the stage here, so we'll have to wait and see. I think Trent's pitting this time. I think he's coming in this time. Trent Dunham is pitting this time. And here comes some other cars down pit road as well. Some cars coming in, some cars staying out. I see some damage to the hood of the 42. I think Matthew Rodriguez might have ran into the back of Stephen Pollard III coming down pit road. But we're going to wait and see here. Here's our race leader, Laura Chung, in the 96 car. She stayed out. Now she's coming down pit road this time. This is less gas that the 96 car has to take. That's less time she has to spend on pit road. These guys will probably pass the 42, who might still be sitting on pit road trying to get the damage repaired on that machine. I believe the 42 has no hood. That is correct. The 42 car has no hood. Trent Dunham. We'll see. He's probably going to retake the lead here with 10 to go. There's Laura Chung. The one car, Trent Dunham, will retake the lead right there. Trent Dunham. Nine laps to go in stage number 2. Trent Dunham has been the car to beat all stage number 2. Remember, he won the Coca-Cola 600. Do turns 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. 8 laps to go. Let's see where people have cycled around. The 8 car is in second place. Laura Chung is in third, and season 11 champion Dylan Young is in fourth. Look at all these cars. Let's see where the 42 car is. 42 car might not be up to speed, but as long as he does not retire, he will be in it the last 25 laps. He'll have to come from the back, though, which will be interesting. Trent Dunham, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds ahead of the 8 car. Coming to 6 laps to go this time by. 6 laps left in stage number 2. And the gap has increased just a little bit. Now it's 2.6 seconds. Laura Chung still holding off in front of the 2 of Dylan Young. Something about the one of Trent Dunham in this place really clicks. 2.8 seconds is the lead now by Trent. Trent's got clear racetrack in front of him. The 8 car also has clear racetrack, even though the one's technically in front of him. But the 8 car's slowly falling back because it's definitely at roughly 3 seconds now. We'll see what he crosses the line. Yep, 3 seconds. Trent Dunham pulling away as we're under 5 laps to go with 4. Can Trent take this? I don't think he's going to want to change anything on that race car aside from getting 4 fresh tires and filling it up with gas in this break that they're going to have between stages 2 and 3. Coming through the corner, going to see 3 laps to go. You can hear them telling Trent to hit his marks. He has no pressure. Two laps to go. Stuart Haas teammates back here. All these cars single file, not really any racing between them. Trent Dunham gonna see the metaphorical white flag for the last lap in stage number 2. Trent Dunham down the back straightaway. The gap has steadily increased at 3.3 seconds now. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Trent Dunham is going to win stage number 2. He's going to cross the line, and Trent will lead him to the green flag at the start of stage 3. And the competition caution is out. Competition caution is out. We're going to get the field ready. And we're going to get stage number 3 underway, the final 25-lap segment. We'll be right back after this break. And here we are getting ready for the final 25 laps here at Charlotte. This is the All-Star Race Season 12. About to get underway again. We're down the 18 car this time, but we're coming to the green. Can Trent Dunham continue his dominating ways? We'll see. Green flag is out, and boy, did he get a great start. All 18 of the surviving cars still in this race. Trent Dunham right where he belongs, right out in front, but he's got the 96 car in second place. That's Laura Chung, rookie Laura Chung. Only 25 laps in this stage. This is the final stage. And the 8 car makes quick work of the 96 car on the inside. The 42 car was the fastest car that time by. Remember, they were able to repair that car between the stages, and he is back to normal. The one of Trent Dunham, he's got the 8 car right behind him. Oh, the 8 car is going to pull out. There he goes. The 8 car going to pull out, trying to make a move. Will the inside lane work, or will it be the outside lane prevailing? Let's see what happens. 8 car really able to make it stick, and the 8 car Fitzwater will take the lead. I will be impressed to see if that 42 car can make it from the rear of the field to the front. He might already be just outside the top 10. Fitzwater takes as the leader now. We'll see if Trent can get it back, though. Trent sliding up just a little bit. Trent had to back out of the throttle a little bit there. It's going to cost him some time. In the meantime, let's take a look at this gaggle of cars behind everybody here, including Matthew Rodriguez. Brand fresh new car, the 8 car, the fastest car on the racetrack at the moment. You're going to try to go underneath RJ Bishop. At the line, the 17 car just in front of the 482, but the 482 going to try to make it inside the top 10. And what that 42 car could possibly want is a caution flag, try to bunch everybody back up here. In the meantime, Trent Dunham up here. Marcus Schuenberg, that's another rookie in the All-Star race. Marcus Schuenberg is trying to get up here as well. Schuenberg passes Chung to the inside. That's rookie passing rookie right there. How impressive would it be for a rookie to win the All-Star race? I don't think that's ever happened in the Budweiser All-Pro Series. All eyes are still on Trent Dunham. After such a dominating performance in the second stage, he is now sitting in second place in the third stage, the final stage, and he's trying to catch the 8 car, who hasn't seemed to be pulling away. Schuenberg up here as well. I'm waiting to see if Schuenberg will try to make a move on the 7. Yo, shout out to William Brock, though. William Brock up here in the third position, maybe going to try to make a move on second for Trent here, but we'll have to wait and see. He's really peaking, hasn't really been able to do much. We'll see what the 1 car can do just a little bit. The 7 car right on the apron. "19 laps has been about all these cars can do to get to or on pit road. As to see the 78 car trying to go underneath the 7 car for third place. Trent went with the middle lane there, trying to get a run off the corner, and unfortunately, not able to do so. Look at the 78 as Schuenberg just moved the 1 car up the racetrack. Marcus Schuenberg, he will take over the second position. Third fastest in the race time right now. And Schuenberg will take over at second position. Schuenberg's got a couple of wins already, I believe. It's either 1 win. I know he got at least 1 win at Talladega. But he's had a remarkable top 10 streak going. And it looks like, might have got his car hooked up the way he wanted it to. As he's trying to reach this, as he's trying to get up to the 8 car. Remember, Fitzwater, who got into the All-Star race by winning the All-Star Open just the other day. Now, can he try to fend off the 78 car? That's going to be the big thing. Well, here comes a couple of cars down pit road. This is earlier than expected. Looks like these cars might be trying to short pit, but the question is, doing so, will they have enough gas to make it to the end? The 8 car of Zachary Fitzwater, all by his lonesome. Looks like he's coming down this time as a couple of other cars are deciding to, for some last minute, try to get on pit road here. And we'll see what happens. These cars here should be able to make it the rest of the way on gas. Especially if my math is correct. And Trent Dunham beat the 78 car off of pit road. Ooh, that could be a game changer right there. If the 1 can make it all the way on gas and cycle around ahead of the rest of the other cars, then Trent could possibly win this race if nothing happens to his car. Gonna keep an eye on him as you see some of the other cars coming off of pit lane already. Where is the 8 car? Probably down the back straightaway. There's the 8 car right there. He is still getting up to speed. We'll see if the 1 has what it takes to run down the 8 car. 11 laps to go. We'll have to wait and see. Can the 78 is Trent? That was a good ditch effort. The question still remains: is if these cars have enough gas to make it to the end. Schuenberg, he's gonna go to the inside of the 78 car, or of the 1 car, and Marcus Schuenberg is gonna try once again to run down the 8 car. Trent trying desperately not to give up the spot, but unfortunately he does. Now, can he stay behind the 78 car, or will the 78 begin to pull away? That time around, it's a 0.6 of a second lead for Fitzwater. Under 10 laps to go. Three cars. You can all just about throw a blanket underneath them. The 78 car is really closing in on the 8. A rookie could be closing in on victory in the All-Star race. But now the question remains is if those two fight, that should bring Trent Dunham into the mix, as Trent beginning to kind of fall back a little bit. Seven laps to go. Now the 78 car going to go underneath the 8. Does the 8 have enough to battle back, or will the 78 clear? The 78 car is not clear. The 8 car trying to battle back on the outside. The 78 going to try to clear himself, and he does. Marcus Schuenberg to the lead. And all that's kind of brought Trent Dunham back into the race. 6 to go. Can the 8 car get back around? Look at the run the 8 car has. Look at the run the 8 car has. Can he get him? He couldn't give him a little punt. I thought maybe he was going to try to get in the back of him, get him a little squirrely. 5 laps to go. The 8 car is still all over the back bumper. He's still on the back bumper. The 8 car is not giving up. 4 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line. 4 to go. 8 car still right on his back bumper. Trent trying to find another line to get around. The 8 car still right on the back bumper. The 8 car is not pulling out to make a move, though. It's just not quite close enough. Three to go at the line. 3 laps to go in the All-Star race. The 8 car is right on the back bumper of Schuenberg. Can the 8 make a move off of turn 2? Does he have enough momentum? That 78 car has got to be looking out the rear of the rear mirror rear view mirror. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot going through this corner. Coming out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go. The white and the checkered flag cross at the line, signifying 2 laps to go here in the All-Star race. Who wants the $1 million? We'll see if the 8 car can really do anything. He's really got to hard charge it if he can. 8 car running a little bit higher. Off of turn number 4. The white flag is in the air. 1 lap to go in the All-Star race. He's got to get there. The 8 car's got to have a great corner, and he's got to be right on the back bumper. Look at how close the 8 car is. Will the 8 car pull out to try to make a move? He doesn't. And unfortunately, that looks like it's going to be all she wrote. Off of turn number 4, coming to take the checkered flag, Marcus Schuenberg wins the All-Star race for Season 12. And not only that, but if he re-signs for Season 13, he will be in the All-Star race automatically. As we watch the 52, the race is official. Let's go watch the 78 do his donuts and get the official race results. Here he is, fresh off taking the checkered flag in the All-Star race. Marcus Schuenberg taking the road course part of Charlotte there. He is so happy he's won the All-Star race. I'm pretty sure he's the first rookie to win the All-Star race in Budweiser All-Pro Series history, and there he is, burning it down. He's definitely not reusing that car again, and if he is, it'll probably be in next year's All-Star race. Man, he is real excited. Look at him go. Man, he's still burning it down. Oh, there he goes. Marcus Schuenberg now going to go to victory lane at Charlotte. There he goes, taking it behind the wall. Going to pull in the victory lane here. Let's go get the official race results now. We're back here at Charlotte. The 78 car Marcus Schuenberg is officially in victory lane, celebrating with his team. A rookie, one of only 2 rookies in the field, I should say, has gone to victory lane. He won a race at Talladega earlier this season, and now here he is in victory lane in the All-Star race. Fitzwater, unfortunately, comes home in a second place finish. Trey Wright, 3rd. Christina Bell, 4th. Anthony McCurry, 5th. Trent Dunham back to 6th. Laura Chung, an outstanding run for that rookie, in 7th. RJ Bishop in 8th. William Brock, 9th. And Cody Lamas, our pole sitter, rounds out the top 10. Cole Deaver, Matthew Rodriguez, Stephen Colin, Jonathan Zorline, Charles Sanford, Rob Evans, Dylan Young, and Stephen Pollard III round out the cars that finished the All-Star race. Unfortunately, as we all know, the 18 of Nathan Ormond, Seth Cole, and Benjamin Miles are the 3 cars that officially retired from the race early on. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Michael Norman, the official voice of the Budweiser All-Pro Series. Once again, big shout out to Marcus Schuenberg for winning the All-Star race. Next week, we are heading to the Dover International Speedway. We are heading to the we're heading to the Dover International Raceway, as that will be the site for race number 13 of 30. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys next week at Dover. Until we meet again.